Hi, folks. Dan Geromo, Big Boomer here from San Diego, California. I've got a star-studded cast in here tonight, and between your ears is a hard drive of a computer far more sophisticated than anything man will create. And if you wanted to do something it couldn't do before, what do you got to do? You got to reprogram it. So tonight, it's going to be my job to give you a new program update that will allow you to do some things you could never do before, because you were never given the information on how to do things that would change your ability to make decisions based on how much time and money you have. Now, the most difficult thing to do is pass one idea from one person to another and not be misunderstood. Just ask anybody who's married. Right? Right? Even though you were sure about what you were trying to say, they didn't hear it the same way. And so, if I seem redundant at times, it's because I aim not to be misunderstood, and we're not going to shortchange anything here. Understand, you were programmed in this way. You were programmed to position yourself to get in the way of the movement of money. And you go to work in a structure that looks like this. You spend 2, 4, 8 years of your life, 10, 20, 50, 100,000, 200,000 dollars. You can get a paper that to go to work in this structure that only pay enough as it takes to replace you. Okay? Now, some of you learn trades. You're in somebody's package all the time, whether it's in a school package or it's in a trade pitch, whichever way. I was a licensed and bonded repo man for 27 years. Saw a side of life that most people have not seen. And so we had to get trucks. I worked for $10 a car. Forget an hour. 110-hour work weeks to learn a trade so that I could go to work until I had congestive heart failure and I broke my neck. And therefore I learned you never get paid for what. Understand the truth. And so I have to tell you that everything you have, everything you've experienced is due to the fact of one programming that has been installed, and it's pervasive when you leave this webcast, when you go outside and you see everything. As a repo man, I can tell you this: what you see out there would not be so impressive if you had to own it before you had it. The root of the problem we see today is right here. This, folks. This is the world's exclusive reserve currency until it is not anymore. And if you work for this, you work for man's debt money. And no matter what we do to make money, if you get paid in this, whatever happens to this happens to everything you have kept in this. So understanding and recognizing the problem is the beginning of the solution. It isn't political views. It's the fact that this doesn't do what it used to do. It really is that simple. And so the solution will not lie in this. You cannot solve any situation or problem we see in society by throwing more debt money at debt. What do you get? Debt, until no one wants to buy your debt anymore. Do you understand that? You can only print more money until somebody says they don't want your debt anymore. Now, here's the road flare. You drive down the road, you see flares in the middle of the road. You know what that means? There's an accident up ahead. You may or may not be able to pass it, correct? Here was the earmark for 3 years. We were talking about the symptoms we see in society, and that that there's going to be an earmark to a change that is coming that will be the road flare. And many of you have not seen this. They did not advertise this on TV. They gave 2 little blips and they swept it under the rug. The BRICS Bank, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. July 15th, after a year and a half of deliberation, opened up a bank that will no longer use the dollar. See, across the planet, they had to take their paper money like this and turn it into this and then use this for trade. So now they're going to say, we're not going to do that. We're going to use our own baskets of currency, and we don't need the dollar. Now there's 133 countries of the G77 said, that sounds good to me. We don't need to trade in dollars. Here's a very important fact. It's very simple. We print $85 billion a month and infuse it into the stock market. That's why you see $17,000 limits up there, folks. It isn't because the value's there. It's because it's being pumped into the stock market, which is manipulated by man. Now, bubbles are created. Extraction of wealth. Here's the thing. When they do that, the bubble can never stay forever. Here's the point. What happens to the demand for the dollar when foreign countries don't need to use our money? Do you realize the only way we've been able to do what we do is because we can export our inflation and make other people need our dollars? When we can't do that, where is the inflation going to go? I'm going to leave that question with you. Where does our inflation go if we can't export it? Now, the solution is very simple. If you get paid in this, you're subject to everything that you get paid. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. So the universal solution to the worldwide debt savings and currency crisis will not lie in paper. It will lie in gold money. And somebody thought enough of you to invite you to this webcast so that you could see this. The solution to the worldwide debt savings and currency crisis is nothing more than a simple change in your banking routine. If you get paid in this paper money and you put it in your paper money bank, you are subject to everything that happens to it. The solution is open up a Karatbars gold physical metal account. It's a savings plan. This is not a checking account. Physical metal. And open it up. How much does it cost? Nothing to open, no maintenance fees, self-managed protected website, no website fees. You're not obligated to exchange it at anything. This is what you do. Open up one of these. Take some of the paper money, you put in some in your paper money bag, and open up and exchange it into physical gold metal Karatbars. And as the value of the paper money goes down by man's debt money, what happens to the value of your gold account? It's preserved or goes up. It balances out your losses from everything they're doing with this. You don't need anybody else to fix it. The solution is merely a change in your banking routine. Now, this is the buying power of 40 years ago. A gram of gold would have bought you 5 loaves of bread, and $1 would have bought you 4 loaves. But after 2 generations of printing money backed by nothing but a politicians, bankers, or government summits, it's good to pay the taxes. A gram of gold will buy you 20 loaves, and $1 will buy you a half a loaf. And that is the difference between gold money and paper money. And if the past is going to predict the future, which would you rather have propping up your savings account, you're holding your retirement? Paper money or gold money? It's really simple. And so why gold? $100,000 worth of cash in 1932 only has the buying power of $2,000 today. But $100,000 of gold in 1932 has the buying power of $4.5 million today. That is why. So I'm going to ask you a question. Look at, how long you been in a career? Life's a series of tasks. Some tasks pay you $30,000 a year, some pay you $100,000 a year, some pay you $500,000 a year, some pay you $2 million a year. You want to change your reality? Change your task. How long you been in a career? Has anybody been in a career on this webcast more than 10 years? Have you? If you have, type it in. If the tasks you perform were ever designed to make you wealthy and give you real freedom, don't you think they would have done it by now? Let's put some common sense. Change the tasks you perform, you can change your reality. Nothing ever changes until you change this here, though. And so, as I said, we're here to give you a program update. The solution is as simple as taking paper money here and turning it into gold money and putting it in your gold money bank. Now, who's going to provide this logical solution? I'm going to invite Mr. Derek Brown, Gold Director Elite out of Atlanta, a man who has shared the freedom movement. This is more than making money, folks. This is a freedom movement. He's been sharing the message with key people across the planet, and it is my pleasure to hand this over to him because he is out there doing it and setting the examples for others to follow. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much, Boomer, and thank you for those kind words as well. And obviously, many of you know Mr. Big Boomer. He said some nice things about me, but I have to let you all know that this gentleman is a phenomenal leader in every sense of the word, and I'm truly honored to have an opportunity to share and let you know what this logical solution is tonight. So again, Mr. Boomer and even Ms. Tammy Morrison, I thank you all so much for your leadership. So let's move forward, because this solution is going to be provided via Karatbars International. And as you can see, it's a universal solution to a worldwide debt, currency, and savings crisis tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And it's being brought to you via Karatbars International. Now, I want to let you know who and what Karatbars is and who we are. First of all, Karatbars International is an e-commerce company with a very lucrative affiliate reward program. Again, we're an e-commerce company with a very lucrative affiliate reward program. Now, I also want to make it very clear to you all tonight that Karatbars International is an opportunity or a venue that can't be compared to anything on the planet. We're a category creator. So right now, you actually have to flick a switch in your brain, because you literally have to understand that this is a new concept that will reward you and I for saving and not spending. So understand again, also, this is not multi-level marketing or network marketing. There are no sponsorship requirements, there are no monthly auto ships, and there are no website fee requirements in order for you to actually get paid. As a matter of fact, you can refer me to this online gold savings program, and you can get paid every month whether or not you spend a dime. That'll hit you about 1 in the morning. But as you can see, Karatbars International is located in beautiful Stuttgart, Germany. The company is privately held and has absolutely no debt at all. And we began operations in 2011. We're currently seamlessly serving over 120 countries, and we specialize in the production of small transaction-friendly 999.9% pure 24-karat gold bullion bars. Now, I want you guys to also understand that our product, the Karatbar, and this is an example of a 2.5 gram Karatbar. Boomer showed you the 1 gram already. And then we also have a 5 gram Karatbar. We call this the Big Daddy, right? Now, our Karatbars Gold is embedded in the middle of a credit card sized card, as you can see. This card is not only for the gold's protection, because pure gold is very soft, but it's also the gold certification. If you've ever had an opportunity to purchase pure currency grade gold, you have the paperwork as well that certifies that gold. Well, our gold has the certification right on the card. So we're ahead of our time in that regard as well. This is why
a presenter has muted the meeting. Your line cannot be unmuted.
Okay, so I want you to understand that this Karatbar has a unique serial number that's specific to your gram of gold. So if it's ever lost or stolen, it can be traced right back to you. In addition to that, it has the LBMA accredited stamp. Any gold that comes from an LBMA refinery is seen as what's called good delivery gold, and it can be used to settle debts. That's actually saying that it's a true form of currency or real money. Also understand that it has a certification of the quality and the weight of the gold, right? And it's affordable to the masses. 1 gram of gold with Karatbars International is only $65. We even have a hologram on the back of the gold, so my cousins up in Newark can't counterfeit it. Just kidding, cousins, but it cannot be counterfeited, right? So understand, this is probably the most phenomenal venue or instrument to allow you to build a hedge against inflation in the world. Now, what you're looking at now on your screen is an example of our branded cards. If you have a business, ministry, or what have you, you can have your image, likeness, or logo put right on a Karatbar card. Now, when you give someone your information, you can give it away as customer satisfaction or an employee appreciation gift. They will never throw this away like they will your business card. Also understand that we have all the safety and protection in place. I just mentioned the hologram that we have on the back of the actual bar of gold, right? It's embedded with the serial number, and it acts as a very strong security feature. And I mentioned a QR code, the LBMA refinery as well. So I want you to understand that the London Bullion Market Association, LBMA, which is an acronym for the London Bullion Market Association, is very important because it regulates the acceptable requirements for gold and silver bars, and it's regularly updated publication of the London Good Delivery List. Now, these standards, as you can see, are recognized throughout the world, and that the accredited refineries continue to maintain their high standard necessary for listing. So if they ever lose that accreditation, guess what? They can never be put back on the LBMA list again. So that also has a lot to do with governance as well. Now, I want you to understand that the card is actually laminated, and it acts as a certificate of authenticity for the gold that's inside the bar. It's heat sealed, and it's a specialized lamination technology that cannot be duplicated. So with Karatbars, we use gold not as an investment. The main thing I want you to understand as well is this is not an investment program. It's not for speculators. People want to purchase gold low today and sell it high next week. We use gold as money and inflation insurance. I'm going to say that again. We use gold with Karatbars International as money and inflation insurance. So this is a savings program. All right, so understand that we also have the assayer signature right on the Karatbars card. Any pure gold or a bullion of gold has to be assayed by a certified assayer. Now, I want to make a point because I want you to understand that with Karatbars International, you don't have to deal with any bank or brokers or deal with their fees. You are the star of the show. You maintain, direct, and manage your own account. You can actually have your gold stored in an offshore private accredited vaulting system, or you can have it delivered to you at any time when it's delivered next. So all we're doing with Karatbars International is we're taking a few of those declining dollars, $65 for 1 gram of gold, and we're converting it from being a depreciating asset and converting it into an appreciating asset by buying currency grade gold through Karatbars. So I want you to realize this as well. You didn't lose control of the money. If you gave me $1 for this laptop, you just lost control of that dollar. When you get Karatbars Gold and save, you actually still have control of the money. So understand with Karatbars International, you have options. You can make a one-time purchase where customers actually exchange one time, as I said, or often as they like, and the company delivers immediately, or you can request to have your gold stored in that offshore accredited vaulting system. So realize this, in essence, you just open up an offshore account when you align yourself with Karatbars International. Now, you get a free website. This is a world-class level website. It allows you to track your monthly gold deliveries, track your weekly and monthly income, the growth of your team, because you won't be able to keep up with it, as well as your deliveries as well. Now, I'll tell you what else is special about this website. At any moment that you decide you no longer want to do Karatbars, the buyback price is right on the front of the website. I've got a kitchen full of coffee. It's fat-burning coffee. Some of you know me, can tell it doesn't work. But I can't sell it back to them or send it back to them because it's past 30 days. But Karatbars has the buyback price right on the front of the site. So when you get the individual's login information immediately after you hear this call, you want to make sure that you click affiliate and not customer. Right now, we're in pre-launch, and you want to board this plane ASAP. Staying with Karatbars International, you can position yourself to be compensated 7 different ways by showing individuals what they need to do anyway, which is to start a free online gold savings account. On your job, you're probably compensated how many ways? 1 way. Karatbars International has the audacity to compensate you 7 different ways. Now, I want you to understand that we have what's called a dual system pay plan, meaning that we have 2 distinct compensation plans that are paying you at the same time. The first one is the unilevel. I want to make 2 points about our unilevel. First of all, it does not recognize levels. If you've ever been in the MLM industry or the home-based business arena, you know that every unilevel in the world stops at the 7th or 8th or 9th level. Well, what happens with your group? Past the 8th or 9th level, it looks like a bell curve, but your company is keeping all that money. Karatbars International doesn't believe in that. It pays to true infinity, and there's no purchase necessary in order for you to earn a monthly payout. We call that the back-end money, the monthly residual. But if you want to receive that monthly payout as well as a huge weekly check, then you want to acquire a dual team package. Now I want you to understand something. You're not only receiving the monthly check, but you're also receiving a very nice weekly check in addition, depending on your work ethic. And remember, in business, timing is everything. Karatbars is probably the best kept secret on the planet right now. So with this dual team, which is optional, you open up your weekly pay by purchasing a dual team package. Now, again, you're positioning yourself to also potentially receive spillover from your upline as well, and you'll get paid from that production whether or not you know those individuals. So understand the dual team payout is the most phenomenal aspect of this opportunity and probably the most phenomenal aspect that I've seen in my 23-year career in the home-based business arena. So understand it always runs in real time. Boomer and I were on the phone with one of our successful representatives out of Atlanta, Georgia, and as we were talking, he said, well, you know what, Boomer, I think I'm fine. Everything is fixed because I just saw I got paid. It runs in real time. So when either team on your left side or your right side of your dual team has 50 or 25 on the other side, on either side, as long as it's 50 on one side, 25 on the other, or vice versa, that creates a cycle. A cycle is a cha-ching to your bank account. So understand that every product has a unit amount. Our compensation plan pays in 3 behaviors. It pays in grams. We have an incentive portion. It pays in points, and it pays in units, right? The most lucrative part that you're going to see from the onset are the units, which is why we like to explain that. So understand that every package has an amount of units. We have a bronze package, silver, gold, and VIP. So as people are joining your group and as you're signing up people individually, those units are hitting your back office. And as you have 50 units on one side, 25 on the other, which is a joke, not 1,500 like a lot of other companies, right? Also understand this is not a binary, right? It's a dual team, meaning you're paid to infinity on both of your legs. In a traditional binary, this is for you networkers out there, we actually agreed to allow a company to pay us from the lesser leg and let the company take the income from the bigger leg, which is where all our production was from. And then guess what? At the first of every month, your volume flush. Well, not only does your volume not flush, with this dual team payout with Karatbars International, it pays you to true infinity because you're being paid by these cycles, all right? So understand that your package selection in the dual team has everything to do with the amount of income that you can make. So what you're looking at now is an example of the dual team unit payouts. So this chart has changed the game because Karatbars International had a 25,000 euro max payout weekly. What you're simply looking at now, ladies and gentlemen, is the proof in the pudding. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. So the simple fact is this. As a VIP package holder, which is a one-time cost to you of approximately $21.75, you have an opportunity to position yourself, look at the screen, to earn $1.9 million. As a gold member, $1.8 million. And as a silver package holder, 1.8, a little less than 1.8 as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the dual team units pay out every week. Yes, that's going to hit you about 2 in the morning. You're going to be up all night tonight. So understand with Karatbars International, what Mr. Boomer and Miss Tammy Morrison have done is so phenomenal. They put a system in place. See, we don't run as individuals. We operate as one family, one band, one sound with Karatbars International, which is why not only myself, but hundreds of my team members have been able to see phenomenal success in a short amount of time. System, save yourself stress, time, effort, and money. Okay, so with the simplicity of our duplication process, you're going to be able to experience that quick success that you need. Now, also understand with Karatbars, you're going to be compensated every Friday via a private issue MasterCard. Now, I want you to understand that this is a global card. The reason why it's considered a global card is very attractive. I'm not going to hold mine up too close. This is my lifeline right now, right? We're paid every Friday on this card. Very attractive. It just won Design of the Year last year in Europe, guys. But the most important and powerful thing about it is it's a global card because now when you travel, you don't have to exchange your currency. Just take your globally accepted private issue MasterCard that you receive just for being a representative in Karatbars International and earning approximately 48 US dollars. Now when you go to Europe, take your globally accepted cash card, swipe it, it'll automatically pay them in a euro. When you go to China, swipe it in China or Japan, it'll automatically pay them in a yen. And when you swipe it right here in the US, it will automatically pay them in a dollar. Now, what you're looking at on your screen now is what let me know that Karatbars International has their heart in the right place. Because again, in traditional home-based businesses or network marketing, I want you to remember that this is an affiliate program, okay? They have a position, in traditional network marketing, your volume flushes every month, right? I look good on the outside, but at the end of every month, my spouse and I were arguing like cats and dogs because we always had more month left at the end of our money. You know why? Because that volume started all over. Karatbars International will allow you to add up grams. If you show this opportunity to me, one of your neighbors and one of your coworkers, I want you to understand what the plan is we're not selling gold. We're not looking for gold salespersons. That's not what you're on this webinar for. You're going to be saving in gold. So you showed it to me, you showed it to a neighbor, and you showed it to a coworker. We naturally showed it to other people who showed it to others as well. Understand gold is a simple conversation. Well, we're all focused on the main thing, remember, which is building a hedge against inflation by acquiring as much of this currency-grade gold that you can. That's the purpose of Karatbars International. That's the plan, and that's what we're doing. Well, guess what? All the grams of gold that we're all saving up is adding up to your group total, and it adds up over a lifetime. That's going to hit you by about 3 in the morning. You're going to be up all night tonight. So when you and your entire organization have 1,000 grams gold saved up, they're going to incentivize you with an iPhone 5S. 3,000 grams of gold, a trip to Dubai for you and a significant other, all expenses paid. Somebody said Dubai. Dubai what? Dubai whatever you want to buy at that point. 10,000 grams of gold, a mega yacht cruise for you and a significant other. 25,000 grams of gold Rolex. Ladies and gentlemen, 70,000 grams of gold, you're going to receive a mid-size standard car. Stop the press. In Germany, a mid-size standard car is like a 5 Series BMW. But here's the kicker. This isn't network marketing. So they're not going to do any car payments. Karatbars International doesn't believe in that. They're going to incentivize you with the keys, the title, and the car. Unheard of. Ladies and gentlemen, 160,000 grams of gold, you're going to be incentivized with a luxury vehicle like an S-Class Mercedes or a 7 Series BMW. $350,000, a high-end exotic sports car. My suggestion to you is a Lamborghini or Ferrari. Now, you're earning income by the time you get on your mega yacht cruise. You can build any type of 3-car garage home you want to park your beautiful vehicles, courtesy of Karatbars International. There's no car payments. You got the keys, the title, and the car. Well, guess what? When you get the 1.2 million grams of gold, Karatbars International has the audacity to build you a $1 million villa in any city, state, town, or country that you want to build in. Unheard of, and trust me when I tell you, all roads are going to lead to Karatbars International. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 live presentations every single day, 7 days a week. They're online, they're recorded, we do trainings. So with our organization, you're going to be in business for yourself, but you'll never be by yourself. We have everything in place to allow you to reach your goals with Karatbars International, via the conference calls that we host, the webinars, and the team events where we're having gold ribbon cutting ceremonies all across the nation, all across the globe for that matter, because this business, this country, this thing is moving like you wouldn't believe. As a matter of fact, this is one of those little opportunities we do on the side. This is a movement. So with Karatbars International, you have the advantage. You get to open up a free offshore personal online cash management system using online access in the privacy of your own home. You can exchange money and know that your exchange is backed by your 24-karat gold. In addition to that, there's no associated commissions or fees for exchanging like when you're doing or dealing with banks or brokers. You can have your gold delivered by FedEx at any time. They'll deliver 1 gram of gold, and they do that or you can request free storage as well. You can exchange whenever or as often as you like in the privacy of your own home or office. And you can also exchange as little as 50 euros. Now, in addition, you're able to create residual income by simply showing others how to do what they need to do anyway, which is to save and save in gold. So think about this. How long have you been in your career? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to literally position yourself with this movement called Karatbars International. So I thank you for your time. Be sure to get back with the individual that put you on this webinar. And right now, I'm going to turn it over to our fearless leader, Mr. Big Boomer. Thank you so much, sir, for allowing me to share.
I love a co-host, man. Let me tell you right now, thank you, Mr. Derek Brown, Gold Director Elite from Atlanta. Now, here's what you need to know. What he showed you, Karatbars is an e-commerce platform. They don't teach you how to do anything. They provide a platform for you to succeed. So what you're going to see here is a 12-week plan strategy. And whether it's 12 weeks or 8 weeks or 20 weeks or 52 weeks, I want to ask you a question. Are you and your retirement plans where they need to be? Remember, retirement is not a function of age. It is a function of residual income. What's your plan? How's that working? What you're going to see here is designed by successful affiliates as a guideline. It's not a promise of earning. And as a general disclaimer, income projections that you may see here are not guaranteed. It's a mathematical example designed to give you a means that we can introduce this to you. Now, you're going to have to do your homework. You're going to have to get back to the person that brought you here and see the compensation plan. Okay? And so we can't guarantee your income because we can't guarantee your effort or the effort of your team. That's the good part. Why? Because this won't be built by you making referrals to people that you got to convince to get in. I can show this to 2 people. It goes, one person gets it and the other one goes right over their head. Okay? And so this is built by you taking your eyes off yourself and finding the interested party. So here's the question I have for you. Remember what I said about communication? Remember being misunderstood? My friends and family thought I was running around selling gold, and they knew me as the repo man with lunch in my shirt. What do I know about gold, right? And so to them, selling gold was nothing more than a job, because when you stop doing it, which I know nothing about anyways, no more money comes in. That's why they thought it was insignificant. See how easy it is to be misunderstood? Well, nobody's asking you to run around and sell gold. If you want to do that, you can. And we don't hold anybody back from doing that. Some people make significant incomes that way. But here's the question I have for you and everybody else. In the times we live in today, do you believe that there are people out there somewhere that might want to take a look at a legitimate business plan strategy to make $4,500 a week of passive income in 12 weeks? If you do, how many people? A few? A lot? Most people? You can even ask people in general public that. Hey, are you one of those people? The reality is it's our perceptions. Start or stop process of So the real question is, everything you've seen there, gold money. How do you get the most of the best quality gold for the least amount of time, effort, and personal finances? There's only 4 ways you're going to get it. Number 1, you can inherit it. Wasn't in my future. It is in my children's future. You can extract it out of the ground. Very popular. It's a micro industry, mining and panning. Man, I can't even sit cross-legged on the ground. So number 1 and number 2 are not for me. Number 3, you can buy it out of your own pocket. Doesn't it make sense? Isn't that what most people think? I'm going to buy it in my own pocket. So the number 1 thing they come up with is I need to buy a bigger amount, a bigger size, and I want to shop for price. because that's the only leverage you got. Isn't that true? Is it true? And so, even with good intentions to save up to get that coin, because it costs less per gram, you know what they do? They don't accumulate any gold because something comes up, right? So what we make is option number 4. By utilizing a strategy with dynamics that are found in every economy on the planet in wealth creation. And that is, the only way you're going to get to introduce this is somebody thinks enough of you to invite you to come see what we do. We don't advertise. They pay you to tell. And you always tell somebody about something you like or something you don't like anyways. So this is something that you're not already doing. Might as well make some money at it. So option number 4 of acquiring gold is to set up a Karatbars dual system. Do the 12-week accelerated plan strategy. It's a benchmark designed by successful affiliates, not by Karatbars International. They don't teach you how to do anything. And you're going to learn to acquire the gold from the system, not from your pocket. There's a reversal of the flow of money out of your wallet or purse or bank account in exchange for gold, to where making a few referrals ends up having more come back than it took you to initially acquire it. And so you get to determine how much time that is. Now, this was designed in an inspiration with Miles Smith and Pastor Larry Dye. 2 people, 2 icons, and see the effects. This will protect you. And so we want you to understand, we are not in a package sales business. We are in the gold accumulation plan business, preparing people for that. Packages leverage your ability to acquire far more gold. And so with that, all the earmarks, the benchmarks of true entrepreneurship can be found here. Here's the question. How do you save money? It's really simple. You just make sure it's not made out of paper. So understand, just as you've been programmed to position yourself to get in the way of the movement of money, the people that you see in those slides there, they were positioning themselves with outdated information to participate in a structure of linear income. You work, you get paid. You work, you get paid, right? Now that works as long as you can work, right? So what we have is exponential positioning yourself in the largest market transfer ever in world history as fiat paper money, $1.4 quadrillion of it. That's $1,400 trillion of paper money has to move historically, mathematically, and logically back to gold, silver, and oil-backed money, and now electronic money backed by good delivery gold, also sometimes referred to as currency-grade gold. That's the kind of gold that all banks and governments use to settle debt. They don't use coins. You will never find them use coins. It's not the same. The coins belong to the minter. Now, how big is that market? Karatbars gives you the opportunity to position yourself in the midst of that change. And you don't have to pay for any of the infrastructure. It's already paid. All you got to do is tell people. You're going to get paid to tell, not be told. Okay? Now, how big is that? If Karatbars gets 1/3 of 1% of that market transfer over the next 10 years, it will be bigger than all the markets of health, wellness, weight loss, nutrition, water, food, juice, coffee, energy drinks, shopping portals, gifting programs, jewelry, cosmetics, cars, shoes, clothes, advertising, and travel, all done combined. Do you as an entrepreneur want a big fat hunk of that? All you got to do is understand, recognize what you're looking at, and take action. Show up, pay attention, and just do something. People know me. I don't hold anything back. The ex-repo man doesn't need to. I think most people would rather have the truth and get a nice fluffy pat on the back. And that's why we provide this. This is an educational platform. We do not give tax, legal, or financial advice. We show you how to open up your account with Karatbars through a referral process. And in the blessing of that, you'll be rewarded unlike any time you go to a regular broker. They will build an outlet in your backyard if they think you're going to buy enough gold. And no matter how much gold you buy from a dealer anywhere, and no matter how many people you refer, he will never give you residual income. Karatbars every day buys gold. And then instead of And then what they do is they take big bars, they turn it into little bars, 1, 2.5, and 5 gram denomination, and they sell it at a competitive price across the platform. And instead of the brokers keeping the money, they pass back a robust chunk of that for you to benefit and bless others. Now, here's the objective of the system. Understand, fuzzy wuzzy, fuzzy wuzzy. We want you to get off your wallet. Most of you think inconvenient times I didn't want to do it, but in the process, in a very short amount of time, I took 30 years of a working life and I pushed it into basically 15 months. Took me 3 years to figure out the right formula. Thank you, Pastor Dye and Miles Smith, and get all the dynamics. So what we want you to do, the objective of our system, we get you off of this as fast as possible. How do you do that? You do work. This is not a money game. You know, this is not a put money in deal and let it ride. There's nothing interest bearing. You take this, you turn it into gold, you put it in your gold money piggy bank. And this is the correct way with the Karatbars MasterCard, the correct way to move cash money across the planet. This is the correct way to save money. You got to save it in gold. You can never save it in paper. Anything you save in paper is worth less tomorrow than it is today. We're going to do 2 tasks to do this. Making money in Karatbars. How do you make money in Karatbars? 2 tasks. Task number 1, you enroll, you get a package, you upload your documents, KYC, and you buy 1 gram a week each week for 12 weeks in your own account. Keep buying it. Task number 2, you team up with 2 people that repeat task number 1 and task number 2. You can invite 50. Nobody makes you do anything in this. This is 100% voluntary, and so is success. And so patterns create your reality. You want to change your reality, change the tasks you perform. What I love about this is it's built on the 4 pillars of truth about all economies and wealth creation. Number 1 is the movement of money. You don't have anything in society unless money moves. If money stops moving, you have a depression. You understand? A depression. And 2 is the velocity of the money moves, moving money toward you with a system by paying yourself first. Velocity is the key point. We get paid every week. So when you create transactions every week, you create the velocity of the movement of money, which regulates the frequency and volume and money moving into savings, which determines how much money you make and how fast it is made. It's the dynamic that is found in every robust economy. Now, here's where the programming comes. You have to move money toward you. Why is it that 95% of the population only has 5% of the wealth? Why? They make their money with a linear income. You cannot outwork an exponential inflation with a linear income. You can't. Not anymore. Not once the dollar became decoupled from gold, and this is supposed to represent the labor you gave to somebody else. 95% of the population are employee or they're self-employed, which means they bought themselves a job. And when money comes toward them, they've been programmed by the media to push it away from them and spend it on doodads that make them look good and feel good. You know it's the truth, right? That's why they always run out. Why is it that 5% of the population have 95% of the wealth? One word, system. Save yourself some time, effort, and money, just like Derek said. Okay? The 5% are business owners and investors. Business owners use a system, like a franchise model, and hire people with a linear income in order to create residual income, time, and freedom. Investors use money in a system to create residual income, time, and freedom. And so what you're looking at here is when they get money toward them, they push it out into a system which multiplies it and rubber bands it back to them. Not on doodads that make them look good and feel good. They understand the dynamics of leverage. And so what does the 12-week strategy, whether it's 12 weeks, 20 weeks, 52 weeks, however many weeks it takes, it's going to be less than what you are going to be doing now. And even if you already have all the money you want, do you know 50 people of good character, the kind of people that you would let your children around, who are looking for a way to get back? If you do, man, they need to see this. So what this does is it takes the 95% with little and the ones that use dynamics that we have here to get you to the 5% that have a lot. The choice is yours. If you stay in this, you're going to buy less stuff in the future. If you exchange into some of this, you're going to buy more. It really is that simple. Now, the basis of the program is simple. You know, if you want to make money, I don't care what you do to make money. Somebody has to sell something to somebody that wants to buy something, correct? Well, what is it that you're selling? Look at what we have doesn't rust, doesn't rot, it never loses intrinsic buying power, needs no maintenance. You don't eat it, you don't drink it, you don't wear it, you don't smoke it, you don't clean with it, you don't pass it through your kidneys. Nobody's sorry they had it on their shelf if they stop. And guess what? It always looks good on any financial statement. It's money. Money turned into money, and they're going to pay you to show people how to save money correctly. And guess what? They're not making any better 24-karat good delivery gold. They're not making any better. How many times you're involved in a tech product? Somebody comes up with a new tech product. How many times you've been involved with a consumable? Somebody comes out with another consumable. And any consumables or tech products are subscriptions. Subscriptions are nothing when you stop doing them. We have an asset. Wow! So I don't care what you do to make paper money. I don't care what profession you're in, whatever, even a network marketing company. What are you doing with the paper money that you make? Are you leaving it in paper? You're losing. You turn it into some Karatbars gold money? You're benefiting. As the paper money goes down, the value of gold account goes up and balances out your losses. Tell people, and it expands your income. How do you save money? You make sure it's not made out of paper. Here's the system. Designed by Pastor Larry Dye and Miles Smith. Number one, you get back with the person that brought you here and you enroll and create a free Karatbar account. There's no logical reason not to do it. You're not moving any money. There's no cost. There's no hidden nothing. Just get your account. You know what that is? That's like me handing you a deed to a piece of property. Here's a piece of property. It's a deed to land. There's no taxes owed on it. There's no encumbrances owed on it. It's yours to take if you'd like. All you have to do is say thank you. You can do with it what you want. You want to will it to your children or charity. You want to transfer it. You want to sell it. It's yours to do what you want. Would you take it? Of course you would. It's real estate in the world's first and only honest money system. Gold-backed system, not just a cash-backed system. Number two, you're going to immediately acquire a package. Now you are positioning yourself in a global change of paper money moving into gold money with a system. And at this point, you're moving money. It matters not which package you choose as much as it does matter that you choose one of them immediately and open the key to the vault. In this system, you get to choose your paycheck. In this system, they tell you how much they're going to pay you before they replace you. In our system, you get to choose. You can start at an entry level. You can go to CEO type pay. And whenever you have a raise, let me ask a question here. Has anybody ever had to ask for a raise? If you had to ask for a raise, type it in if you have. How was that? Was that comfortable? And how much did they pay you? How much? How much? $1? $1? Half a buck? $2? Guess what? Look at all the anguish you went to go through to get that. In our system, it doesn't look like this. It looks like this. You get to determine how far you want to make. You can choose your income level. You can get involved to get a buyer, washer, and dryer. You can get involved to buy a washer and dryer on a yacht. You get to choose, and it's always equal to the task that you perform. So this isn't a get in and do nothing business. If that's what you're going to do, just use the account for self-protection. That's what I like about this. The only person you have to ask in order to get a raise is the person you see when you're brushing your teeth in the mirror. Now, next, you're going to move $65 of paper money into gold money every week. You're going to do that and move money with velocity. Okay? And by doing that, you have created another dynamic. Now, you don't need anybody else's permission to do that, do you? You can enroll, you can get a package, and you can decide and take action to move $65 a week from paper money to gold money. You don't need anybody else. Next, in week number 1, give me your A game, and you will get an A game income. Find 2 people that will repeat this system in your first week. Whenever it is, find 2 that do it. If you don't do it in a week, you don't penalize you. If you don't do it in a month, they don't penalize you. But if you want to create this and pass this on, in week 1, find 2 people that repeat this system. And if you want to find 5, you can. We're just going to use the simplicity of 2. Now, by doing that, you multiply the movement of money back to you with velocity in a system by paying yourself first. It's a beautiful plan. Example of a digital bronze package. Now, understand, there's 5 different packages to choose from. Now, let's just take the least common denominator, and that's a bronze. Why? 2/3 of the planet. 2/3 of the planet make less than 500 euros a month. So anything I show you above here can only be better. And understand, this is not a guarantee of earning. The income projections here are shown in U.S. dollars. The action plan uses mathematical examples that are depending on you following the plan as described. Incomes can't be guaranteed because we can't guarantee your effort routine. Results may vary based on your actions and the action of the team. That's the best part. Communicate, get better, and watch it work. Now, let's just say that a bronze is 5 units. Remember what Derek said. 50 units on one side and 25 units on the other, vice versa, equals a payout. A bronze pays out 10 euros, about $13. It also has 5 units of value. A gram has 1 unit of value. And it pays you a 5% direct commission. So if you find 2 people in your first week, whether you had to ask 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, however many you had to ask to find 2 people that will duplicate this process and teach people to do that, you're going to make 5% direct commissions, which will be equal to $13. Aren't you excited it took me that long to tell you how to make $13? But that's the simplicity. Some of you didn't make $13 of interest on your checking account last year. Look at. Now, week number 2, those people did the same thing. But week number 2, you took $65 of paper money. You turned it into gold money. You put it in gold money piggy bank, but you didn't have 50 units on one side and 25 units on the other. So you didn't make any commissions, and you didn't find anybody else. Week 3, you took $65 of paper money, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank, but you didn't have 50 units on one side and 25 units on the other. Week number 4, you took $65 of paper money, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank, and you made $26. That's 2 team payouts of $13 each. That's where they came from. Week number 5, you took $65 of paper money, you turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank, and you made 3 team payouts of $13, which is $39. Week number 6, you took $65 of paper money, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank, and you made $65. Now, here comes the big question. If you make at least as much money from the system as it takes you to acquire your own gold, how much does your own gold cost you? How much? Nothing. Can you buy it cheaper? No, this system was made for thrifty gold acquisition enthusiasts who understand the power of putting together the 4 pillars of truth about all economies and wealth creation in this kind of gold money. It's also going to be common. If 95% of the population make their money with linear income, you're going to be asked, hey, Dan, isn't that like money from a job? I mean, how much you making? Anybody ever heard that? How much you making? Understand the pervasive programming that's in that person's head. Think about it. That's being asked from somebody who goes to work on Monday, gets paid on Friday, goes to work on Monday, gets paid on Friday, goes to work on Monday, gets paid on Friday. How much money, if they don't go to work on Monday, how much money are they making? Nothing. That's been the return on the investment of their time performing the tasks that they have been performing. And if they keep doing it, how well will they do if they can't stop or they have to stop doing it? That's the programming. So yes, it is like money from a job week 1. But what more work did you do week 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? You didn't. You did it before. Now you're getting paid before. And understand, this is a perfect world example where you got involved. You got a digital bronze, the least case. You set up your documents. You bought 1 gram each week for 12 weeks in your own account. You found 2 people in your first week that duplicated exactly what you did, and you didn't find anybody else. Now, week number 7, you have removed your personal finances from this process. Now you're going to take your System MasterCard, and you're going to take $65 off your System MasterCard, turn it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank, and you made $143. Week number 8, you took $65 off your System MasterCard, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank. You made $286. That's more money than it took you to participate in the system with a package and acquire all your other gold. Now you have an asset. An asset doesn't cost you anything. You have a return of what you put out has come back to you in its entirety in the least common denominator model. Week number 9, you took $65 off your System MasterCard, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank. You made $546. Week number 10, you took $65 off your System MasterCard, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank. You made $1,131 that week. That's $54,000 a year from that point on. Taking the money, you made it your job. Turning it into some gold money and put it in your gold money piggy bank and having the audacity and blessing to tell somebody else what you found out. Week number 11, you took $65 off your System MasterCard, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank, $2,223. That's $110,000 a year on top of what you're doing. Week number 12, you took $65 off your System MasterCard, turned it into gold money, put it in your gold money piggy bank. That's $4,485. Folks, that's $223,000 a year in a perfect model. And we know the world isn't perfect. Now, I got a question for you. We showed you the lease. Is there anybody here on this program that doesn't have a bronze? Has a silver, a gold, or a VIP, or a VIP exclusive package? Is there anybody here? Look at them all. Hey, is there anybody here who's bought more than 1 gram a week or has exchanged some of their commissions to acquire more gold through the system? Is there anybody here who found more than 2 people? If you found more than 2 people, type it in. If you found more than 5 people, type it in. 60, look at that, 65 people. If you found more than 50 people, type it in. You are ruining all these dynamics here. This system will never be built by making somebody do anything. This system will be built on the fact that you will never stop anybody who understands the value of what our system is. Stop talking product, start talking process. Paper money into gold money and save it. One form of money to another. You don't spend anything. Insulates you. Karatbars International has produced a platform that insulates you and provides a universal solution to the worldwide debt savings and currency crisis. We need to get off our rusty dusties and help some other people do that. You're going to get some of these in the packages, some 3% bonus cards, allow you to acquire your gold at preferred pricing. And you're going to get some of these 100-euro bonus cards that will allow you to upgrade to VIP. Everybody's going to be VIP, whether they start there or they work their way up. You'd just be throwing away money if you didn't. So, with that, remember, everything above that is more money. Now, understand, packages don't protect you. They give you leverage so that you can acquire more gold. Karatbars is a lifeboat in the times when the paper money is going to have some significant changes. But a lifeboat without Karatbars in it is a pile of wood on shore, and you're going to be swimming with the paper money sharks. We're going to protect that. So we're in the gold accumulation business. Packages give you leverage. And look at the flow of gold through this. So what happens after week 12? Whether part of them do it or all of them do it or whatever happens, more people start their 12 weeks. Whether it's 12 weeks or 20 weeks or whatever it is. As the flow of gold, and you don't get paid on people coming in. You get paid on volume that is created, which will allow you to do things. So having a better package requires less people and less sales, whether you sell it to yourself or you sell it to somebody else to make more money. Who succeeds? This is what you're looking for. You are looking for not just 2, you are looking for 2 with the 3Ds, folks. You're on the hunt for people with the 3Ds, not putting your kid in that doesn't going to do anything, right? Here's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody that has a dream. There's something that they want. There's something you want. You wouldn't be here. The more specific, the better. Listen to people. They talk about what they want. It's not, well, it would be nice if. Not that. They think about it. They have pictures about it. They talk about it. It may even be something that they don't want. Desire. This is the fire, baby. Desire. They are willing to take action on their dream. They show up. They call you. You don't have to call them at all. They're calling you. They ask questions. Sometimes they're negative. They just need to get over the bridge of belief. Help them. Okay? They do what they say, what they're going to do. Some of you that got invited on this webcast, you had other things to do, but you want something. What is it? You showed up. Now, the last D is the most elusive, and that separates the herd. Determination. Your income will never outgrow your self-image. And determination, they know there's a learning curve to get good. They don't wither at the first bump in the road. Right? They know that they make a plan, they commit to the plan, and they work that plan until they get what they want. Mr. Derek Brown is a prime example of somebody who's out there, and I mean, you can smell the smoke. You say, that's him. Okay? They work it till they get what they want, and they're willing to understand that they're going to go through adapting and a learning curve to get what they want. Here's my motto. I either get what I want or I get experience. I never walk away empty-handed, and then taking that, what I learned from that experience and applying it to the next makes you better. Get better. And guess what? If you're not getting the results you want, double your enthusiasm. Right? Karatbars International. Timing is everything. The road flare is in the middle of the road. Take action today and get protected. Get in, get started, and get committed for what you want. Paper is poverty. Thomas Jefferson. It is only the ghost of money and not money itself. Now, we have a Las Vegas trip here coming up that you can win if you're an affiliate. Go into your back office when you first log in and go look at your incentive report in the lower left hand corner. We have an earmarked, benchmark, awesome strike gold convention here in Vegas coming. It is a celebration. And understand, it's going to be at the Bellagio. Yeah, baby! Get there, qualify for it. There will be announcements made on the website tomorrow or on Friday. Not sure which one, but you will see that. Order as soon as you can to get there. You do not want to miss this. You can earn your way to a star-studded celebration in Las Vegas. And remember, whatever happens in Vegas isn't going to stay in Vegas here. No matter what you do, have fun with what you do. We got a great celebration coming, and you know what? Make this your year to never look back and say, I wish I would have. Now, I have something here that I'm gonna cut this recording. If I can, let's see. Oh, here it is, that wrong one.